Bonjour, je m'appelle Rebecca Watson et je suis très heureuse que Sous la peau soit publié en français chez Gratter. I apologise for my awful French accent and I will now speak en anglais. Um, my novel is the day in the life of an unnamed woman from when she wakes up to when she falls asleep inside her head, every minute of the day, no stopping. She has been raped by her boss 5, 6 weeks ago in the very office that she spends her day in. She suppresses that fact, and her mind throughout the day circles around it, getting closer until she is able to look at it head on. The seed of the novel came to me from a simple real life moment, factual but mundane. A colleague asked me what book I had read recently, and in the moment I was unable to remember a single book I had ever read. I was hyper aware of the present, of the air conditioning above me, people walking past, messages flashing up on my phone. And it got me thinking about the kind of pressure point of immediacy, like how do we write simultaneous, immediate moments when in writing we rely so much on getting to the end of the sentence, the end of the paragraph. And so this pressure point made me break up prose. I devised a system. It was instinctive to me. There were places for her sensory experience. There was what she heard, saw, thought, felt, overlapping thoughts broke into channels, running side by side and then back again into simpler prose. And as you go down the page, I guess you kind of pass through time. Now that sounds incredibly complicated, but even though it looks weird, I would say it's very accessible. It's brought together by my protagonist's very loud, insistent, neurotic, funny voice. And underneath this real, like, performative assertion is something that she's hiding, her trauma, which she can't look on head on. I wanted to look at how trauma sufferers might inhabit the present tense. I think that we often speak about victims in cliches, survivors in cliches. I wanted to write someone who, on the train to work, thinks about having sex with her boyfriend. He might make jokes inside her head, who experiences joy, everything, as well as obviously deep trauma. But the book is also dark, intense. Present tense was also a way of showing how the simplest tasks might become unbearable, difficult to get through when so much else is going on inside her head. Throughout the day, she has this urge to scratch her skin, which she does often, sometimes in sort of controlled scratches, sometimes so strongly that she breaks her skin and bleeds. And I was kind of thinking about how the body and the mind might divide, how you might feel separate from yourself when you're suppressing a trauma, almost like you're holding your own body at arm's length. And the book doesn't offer a resolution or a moral. It asks the reader to live with her for a day, to go through every moment with her, to think about survival, comedy, consent, and of course to think about reading and how to read in different ways. And it's almost like it refreshes yourself as a reader. You have to think more about the ways in which we think generally, the way in which we're bombarded and overwhelmed, and what is the right way to navigate all of that.